All right, guys. Good Thursday morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well on this Thursday morning. And unfortunately, I had to go live this morning. I was expected to go live about 8 a.m. Or actually, I'm sorry, 10 a.m. But the National Weather Service in Jackson has gone on ahead and issued a brand new tornado warning that is right here on the state line. That is just across the state line from Memphis, Aliceville, and Pickensville over here in Mississippi. So once again, this is a brand new tornado warning that expires in 19 minutes for central Noxubee County. This is a radar indicated rotation. If you were over here towards the Prairie Point, Mississippi area, the tornado will be near you probably within the next 5 minutes at 9:45. So the reason that I'm here is because we have a radar indicated tornado just off to the west of the Alabama state line, coming up here towards Memphis, Pickensville, Aliceville. You guys are in line next. Carrollton, Gordo, and then eventually moving on here into Tuscaloosa County if it holds together. So this is not the main system. The main system is going to be coming in later today. Now, this was not expected to have a tornado warning this early in the morning. So, with thunderstorms, expect the unexpected, and that is a pretty tight couplet sitting there on the just close to the county line right here, just off to the east of Macon and just off to the west of Memphis over there in rural Pickens County. So if you are up here in Brooksville, you don't have to do anything. If you're over here in Macon, Mississippi, or Sugar Lake, you don't have to do anything as well. But if you are in Prairie Point, Mississippi, if you're in Pickensville, Memphis, Aliceville, Carrollton, you're going to want to be able to think about going to your safe place within the next few minutes. Because the Weather Service in Birmingham might actually pull the trigger on a tornado warning for Pickens County here within the next 15 to 20 minutes for this storm. Now, if you're over here in Tuscaloosa, I really feel like that this is going to stay basically west and north of the city of Tuscaloosa. But the storm is actually, the cell itself is actually moving off to the east. However, the center of circulation from the tornado perspective is taking a track from just north of Sugar Lake up here towards Memphis, Pickensville, and then Carrollton. So we're really going to have to watch this if it comes over here into Pickens County. And this is the only storm of concern right now. Once you get behind this line, the sun is popping out back here over towards the Jackson, Yazoo City, Greenwood, Mississippi area. And that is not good. Now, there are other severe storms up here towards Fort Payne and just south of Chattanooga. Other than that, now there's heavy rain moving into the city of Birmingham as we speak. Tuscaloosa is kind of in a lull right now. And then we have this batch of storms that's basically from Reform back over here to Sugar Lake, and then the tornado warning that is over here towards the central Mississippi or the eastern Mississippi area of Prairie View. So this is the first tornado warning of the day. However, I do not believe it will be the last. I also note that there is another issue of rotation back here towards the Sugar Lake, Mississippi area as well. Now the storm. I'm sorry, the National Weather Service in Jackson just updated the warning, and it does include Prairie Point again, and it is also a radar indicated tornado. So that is a good thing that they have no confirmation that the storm is actually down on the ground, but that is a very, very, very significant area of rotation right there in the eastern Mississippi area. And so this is going to be a nasty weather day, and I want to also mention that there is a high risk that has been put in place, and I can actually show you where the high risk has been placed. Let me do this. Okay, so what you see here on your screen, the purple area, the purple circle that you see there is your high risk area that does include Philadelphia, Mississippi, Columbus, Eupora, Columbus, Oxford, Mississippi, Tupelo, all the way over to Huntsville, Florence, Tuscumbia, and Killen. Up there in those areas. So Jasper, far northwestern Tuscaloosa County, the pink area is going to be your high risk area where the Storm Prediction Center says that the large violent tornadoes are possible. Then around that you have the moderate risk that stretches from Memphis, Tennessee, all the way down to just north of Sylacauga and Clanton, and that does include Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Albertville, Gadsden, and Anniston. And then the enhanced risk goes all the way down to the Montgomery Metro, and then the slight risk goes all the way down to Troy, and then the marginal risk, and then no risk. So once again, the reason that I'm here is because we have a tornado warning that is on the state line just off to the west of Memphis, which is in Pickens County, coming up here towards the Pickensville, Carrollton, and Aliceville areas. So if you're watching me in Aliceville right now, let me go ahead and take off the day one outlook. So once again, this is a developing situation for a severe storm capable of producing a tornado that is coming over here towards the Pickens County area. And I would, if you are in Pickensville right now, if you're in Carrollton, if you are in Memphis, you need to go ahead and be thinking about moving to your safe place because this storm is actually really close to the state line. And I do notice that there is another area of circulation just a little bit further back off to the south here that we're going to have to keep our eye on to see if they issue a tornado warning for that one as well. But for once again, the reason I'm here is because there's a tornado warning with a very, very tight circulation that is right now literally miles from the actual state line itself. And there is your couplet. That is a very, very big couplet. And we need to watch as we get over here towards McMillan, Aliceville, Memphis, Pickensville, and places like that. And like I said, this is the only storm of concern right now. However, I do note that there is another area of circulation that is down here just off to the northeast of Sugar Lac, and that one actually would make a track closer to the Aliceville area if it holds together. So we need to watch both of these areas coming up. Now, I am actually in talks and looking at all of the stuff from the National Weather Service in Jackson, and they do not have anything as of right now, any other updates from the National Weather Service. But this is going to be a really, really nasty day, I do believe, coming up here very soon, as thunderstorms are going to start developing and start, producing a lot of damage and potential for life-threatening tornadoes later today. So I would expect here pretty soon Weather Service in Birmingham to issue a tornado warning. Okay, the Weather Service in Birmingham just said that they are not going to issue a tornado warning for Pickens County at this time. However, I do believe that they might if it continues to hold together. But for right now, the Weather Service said that they are not going to issue a warning for Pickens County for that, as it looks like it has broadened out a little bit. So I will continue to keep my eye on this. Now, I also know that there is another area of circulation just off to the northeast of Sugar Lac, Mississippi. So while I've got you here, let's go on ahead and do just a second. I'm going to keep the radar up just for a second while I get everything up to date. And this is going to be a pretty nasty day, I do believe, unfortunately, guys. So bear with me here while I do another update and get everything together for you guys real quick. Okay. And I hope everybody is doing well on this Thursday morning. I'm trying to get everything set up so that we can All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the radar just for a second, and I will put this back on here in just a second. All right, guys, so the Storm Prediction Center, like I said earlier, has placed a good portion of Mississippi and Alabama under a high risk of severe storms. And yes, this does include the northwestern portion of Alabama. And this is a very significant situation, and it does include the northwestern corner of Tuscaloosa County. And Tuscaloosa County is, of course, in the moderate risk area, along with Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Gadsden, and Anniston. Now, really don't pay attention today to what color you're in. If you are in the pink, red, or orange areas, you need to prepare for a very significant severe weather potential later today and tonight. So let's look over here in central Mississippi. Now, if you were over here in central Mississippi, basically from Jackson and points off to the northwest, we are looking at the potential for long track, violent tornadoes. And this is going to be a pretty nasty event later on today. And I'm checking with the Weather Service to see about that tornado warning real quick. And nothing. Okay. So once again, let me reassess the situation for you guys. We have a high risk of severe storms that encompasses a good portion of North Mississippi and northwestern Alabama. And this does include the northwestern portions of Tuscaloosa County. This is a very significant severe weather day with the potential for life-threatening, long track, violent tornadoes. And this is going to be for a good portion of northern Mississippi and northwestern Alabama. And so if you were over here in the red areas in Mississippi or the pink areas, you can expect strong, long track, violent tornadoes with winds greater than 80 miles per hour and destructive hail, golf ball to baseball sized hail. And this includes Philadelphia, Eupora, Columbus, Starkville, Jackson, Mississippi, Meridian, Yazoo City, Greenwood, Mississippi. Okay, so this is a very significant severe weather potential. Now, if you were over here in far northwestern Alabama and pretty much from Anniston, Gadsden, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Demopolis, and points off to the north and to the west, you guys are in the moderate and high risk for strong, violent tornadoes, damaging winds upwards of 80 and golf ball sized hail. So this is going to be a very, very significant situation, to say the least. So once again, we have a tornado warning that is still in effect for the central Noxubee County area. However, the storm of concern has pushed out of Pickens or into Pickens County. So I will continue to update the forecast, and I will be back here in just a minute with a full update.